Hey guys, this is Vic with Eurosport Accessories in Anaheim, California. Just want to give you guys an update of what's going on. Last time I showed you guys my engine that had blown a couple of holes in the block. I had taken some of that apart, and in the meantime I also ordered some pistons and rods. So while I'm waiting for those, I decided to take the transmission apart, and I'm putting a limited slip differential from Wavetrac in there, and I wanted to show you kind of what the parts look like inside the transmission and just kind of how the thing functions and the benefits of it. So I'll go ahead and show you those now. So I've already opened the transmission up and separated the two halves, and that's required to get to the differential, which is located right here. And this is the factory differential with the ring gear that you can see, and it's all riveted together. These are actually real pain in the butt, to be honest. Some cars come with factory bolts and nuts, and those are easy to separate. These you actually have to drill out, so it takes a lot more work and a lot more effort. But I'll be going through that process regardless. And these are actually the bearings that are required to do this job, and these are the ARP fasteners. These will be replacing the rivets, which I was just talking about, this because you have to destroy them to remove those. So this is what the limited slip differential looks like from Wavetrac, and you can see it's very similar looking in general, but it's not the same. This is all open, so it's an open differential. This one has a lot of little gears inside, and that's where it gets the torque biasing differential setup that this has. It's pretty complicated, but it's really not ultimately. But yeah, this thing makes a big difference on the track, and I can't wait to use it out there, and hopefully it'll probably shave off maybe anywhere from 1 to 2 seconds depending on the track you use it on. So yeah, this ring gear will have to be removed, and then I'll be reinstalling it onto this differential, and in the meantime I'll also be pressing these bearings onto here, and then I'll be going through the process of shimming it. And shimming it is basically, you'll be installing this into the transmission. These are the races right here, which will also be replaced. And there's a certain tolerance that's required for it to run properly. And this always has to be done pretty much anytime you change a differential or limit slip differential or any of that kind of stuff. It's really critical for the longevity of the transmission. It does take a little bit of effort, but it's really important to do. So we'll take care of that and get everything back together, hopefully in the next few days. And I can't wait to have it back out on the track soon. But I'm just getting this done and out of the way while the pistons and the connecting rods that I've ordered from CP Carrillo eventually show up. Those are custom made, and those take a little while. So in the meantime, I'm just messing with this. So yeah, you guys get to see what the inside of a 2004 Volkswagen R32 transmission looks like. I'm sure a lot of you have not seen it, so there you go. So I wanted to also touch base on the performance benefits of a limited slip differential as opposed to an open differential, which is what I have laid out right here. The biggest difference is you get to distribute power better to both wheels as opposed to just one wheel. So in a front wheel drive car, it makes a huge difference to have a limited slip differential. You're always traction limited. In my situation, this is a 2004 R32. It is all-wheel drive, but it is biased to the front. So it still benefits. It's not as beneficial as a front-wheel drive car, but still worth getting one of these installed if you're doing track racing especially, or if you're just an enthusiast and a spirited driver. In my situation, I'm personally looking to shave those few tenths of a second on all the corners I can, because that adds up to possibly a second or two, like I said earlier. The most important thing with these is being able to apply power earlier out of a turn. So that's what we all struggle to do pretty much in any car. When you're coming out of that turn, you want to be on the power as soon as possible. And I find having an open differential, sometimes it tends to be longer than I want to before throttle is applied. So meaning if I do apply it as early as I want, the car will push out. It will understeer naturally, and that's what these cars kind of do. And this will help improve some of that. And it'll reduce the amount of understeer by actually putting the power down instead of pulling the front out of the corner as opposed to just pushing out. So I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make, honestly. I'm doing a lot of upgrades at the same time with a whole rebuilt engine and this, but I'm excited to find out what it does for lap times, because I do have a lot of lap times there. So I'll be easily able to compare numbers and see what the results are. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys what they look like and a little bit of information on them. Thanks.